Welcome to US Rail Journeys, Series 2. In this series I travel from LA to Chicago on the Southwest Chief. Then from Chicago to New Orleans on both Amtrak's City of New Orleans train and a rail replacement bus. I then travel back from New Orleans to Los Angeles on the Sunset Limited. I also get to travel on the San Joaquins, the Coast Starlight and the Pacific Surfliner, in all over 6,300 miles in 14 days. Episode 1, From London to LA. It's the night before my trip to the United States, and I decided that it'd be a good idea to stay the night at Heathrow so that I'm there good and early for my flight in the morning. I'm now sat in my room at the Premier Inn on the junction with the M4. So, an early bed, a good start tomorrow, and flying to Los Angeles. Looking out of my hotel window, it's a beautiful spring morning. Clear blue sky, the sun is shining. So I'm just about to finish shutting up my bags, take them downstairs and wait for the Hopper bus. That'll take me to Terminal 2-3 bus station, and then I need to take the Heathrow Express underground up into Terminal 5. I'll talk to you again when we get to Terminal 5. So now I'm off the free train between terminals. I've walked out of Terminal 5 for a few minutes just to get a breath of air. Might not be the purest air in the world, but at least it's a breath of air, the last breath of air that I shall get until I reach Los Angeles. All around me cars are pulling up, people are getting out with their baggage, going into the check-in area. Check-in area is quite nice and empty. It's mid-morning on a Tuesday, so of course the rush has gone, and now it's people who are travelling longer distances, coming to check in for their flights. I'm about to go over to the desk, hand in my baggage, and then go through security, and I'll talk to you later. So now I'm in my seat. Plane is very lightly loaded today. Looking out of the window, it's clouding over a bit, so the beautiful morning would appear to have gone. I think virtually everybody is now on board, and we're just about ready for the off. I'm on a 787 and the gate is B48. Felt as though we were walking all the way to Los Angeles, the length from actually the gate to get into the aircraft. It's a very long walk. Dispatcher has just walked past on his way off the plane, having spoken to the pilot. So it looks like we must be nearly ready to go.
We have a great team in the cabin led by our Customer Services Manager, Darren O'Connor. Very shortly, Darren and his team will be demonstrating the safety equipment and procedures on board this 787. I would ask please that you give this demo your full attention. When we get going, it's a short taxi departing to the west, and we're climbing up to 36,000. The flight time today is just under 11 hours. Well, that's all for me. We should be underway very, very shortly. I'll leave it now in the hands of Darren and his team in the cabin. You can follow our progress in the flight statement, and we'll talk to you again approximately 40 minutes out of Los Angeles for an update on our arrival time and the very latest weather for LA. I do hope you enjoy the flight. Thanks for your attention.
Cabin crew, that's boarding complete. Cabin crew, place doors into automatic and cross-check.
As the plane is now pushing back, we're just about on our way to Los Angeles.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to interrupt the high-life entertainment to brief you on the safety procedures of this aircraft. We ask that you remove your personal headphones until the end of the video. If If you're sitting in a front row seat or an emergency exit row, or in our first or club world cabins, all video screens must be returned to their original position. After the safety briefing, you may listen to our selection of audio programs during takeoff. Finally, please ensure your window blind is set to clear for takeoff. As a reminder, smoking is not permitted at any time whilst on board. Thank you.
Hello. We'll now demonstrate the safety features on this aircraft. Please pay attention, as these may differ from an aircraft that you've flown on before.
All exits are clearly marked and are being pointed out to you now by our gorgeous cabin crew.
Smoking is not permitted anywhere whilst on board, and this includes the washrooms, which are fitted with smoke detectors. Using e-cigarettes is not allowed either. And now, the reason this is so close to our hearts.
Naomi, over to you.
You'll also find a Flying Start donation envelope in your seat area, and it would be wonderful if you've got any spare change in any currency, if you could find it, take it out, and put it in the envelope.
On behalf of British Airways, Comic Relief and Flying Start,
thank you for your attention and your kind donations.
Every penny of which will help children all over the world living really tough lives.
If you have any questions, or you can't find your safety card, or if you've mislaid your magical Flying Start envelope,
please ask one of your cabin crew members, and have a good flight.
Cabin crew, take your seats for takeoff.
Airborne, heading westwards out of London.
When it is safe to leave your seats, please take care when opening any overhead lockers, just in case items are moved which could fall and cause injury. If you are seated in our first or club or cabin, please take care that your personal electronic device does not obstruct the adjustment of your seat. If your device does get lost beneath the seat, please do not move your seat and let one of us know. We'll shortly be passing through the cabin with customs cards for United States. All customers, including Canadian citizens, US citizens and green card holders, must complete a customs declaration form. Please now sit back, relax and enjoy this flight over to LA. Thank you.
With an hour and 50 minutes to go, we've just crossed part of my route on the California Zephyr 18 months ago, the area between Laramie and Rawlins. We're now flying over Wyoming. I haven't seen Wyoming from this height before. It's certainly bleak as it looked when I was on the California Zephyr. I've arrived at Los Angeles International Airport, airport code LAX, and said goodbye to BA 281. The queues at immigration and customs were relatively short, so I'd managed to get through quite quickly. I'm now out of the terminal and looking for the stop for the flyaway coach, which will take me to Union Station in downtown LA. The coach is run 24 hours a day, and from 5:10 in the morning until 12:40 at night, there is a coach every 30 minutes. This for a one-way fare of under $10, a great way of getting to the city from the airport. I've now reached Union Station. The journey took just under an hour, but considering it's peak rush hour and the traffic was very slow, that's not at all bad. I've now got to get to the other side of the station, using the tunnel that runs under the tracks. I need to do that so that I can get a taxi to my hotel. I'm staying at the DoubleTree in downtown Los Angeles. It's a reasonably short walk from Union Station, so I'm using it as a hub whilst I'm here. I'll pass through the hotel 3 times in the next 2 weeks. The DoubleTree here in LA has a lovely Japanese garden that I found. It's about 4 floors up and it's quite breezy, but it really is lovely out here. The azaleas are in full bloom and it is lovely to hear the water on the waterfall behind me. So this is a very special treat, this Japanese garden. A nice breath of air in the middle of a very busy city. It's nearly 8 p.m. here in Los Angeles and we're 8 hours behind London. So as my body clock says it's 4 a.m, I think I'm going to have an early night. Tomorrow, I'm off to Union Station and the start of my adventures. This podcast has been produced by the MrT Podcast Studio. I thank the crew of BA 281 on the 26th of March for a great flight. Thank you for listening. Please join me again in 2 weeks.